If you don't like climbing with bolts and prefer to place your protection naturally, then Frog Buttress is the place for you. A wide variety of cracks has kept climbers coming back for decades.
Well, I reckon you come to the Frog for the whole experience. For the great camping up top, where you can bitch and moan about a 10-minute walk in to go climbing at, a myriad of lines where you can climb a 12 next to a 28. And and it's always nice people up here. Everyone's up here because they're generally traditional climbers. And yeah, it's a good spot for them.
Frog Buttress has to be one of the premier crags. It's actually a world-class, like I say, it's a world-class climbing destination. All this vertical rock and all these wonderful cracks. 22 years ago, this was one of my first climbs ever. I'd actually did a little short course with Outdoor Pursuits Group at Kangaroo Point Cliffs, just learning how to abseil. And then I said, "Oh, do you do anything else?" And they went, "Oh, rock climbing." And I went, "Oh, got to go and do that." So they went, "Come out to Frog Buttress." So came out to Frog Buttress on a rock climbing experience weekend, and met the guys out here up in the car park. They run us through a couple of little safety issues, and then came down, and I think the first one obviously was Witch's Cauldron, which is pretty much everybody does Witch's Cauldron first up. And then they came up here and were supposed to do electric lead, and I had these crappy old hire shoes on, and I kicked them off, and I was the last to go up, and so I spotted Materialistic, and I thought, oh, that's just too nice a climb to pass up. So that was my third climb ever. Cracks in particular, I just love shoving my hands in cracks, and it's just that flowing movement. It's like swimming up the rock. I just really, really like it. I'm also a roofing plumber. I'm a tradie, so I've been climbing all over buildings, so coming out and climbing on rock is just more of the same to me, so I think that's why I actually took to it like a duck to water. I'm actually in the guidebook too, barefoot climbing this. So it was me, I'm sorry world. But yeah, just going up here at the top of the chimney, I was able to actually inch my toes up and get my foot onto a nice footer. Yeah, so I was actually able to use my toes like fingers.
Charles was a cameraman on this project, and from day one he quickly became a valuable member of our team. When Charles told us of his ambition to break the guidebook record of Witch's Cauldron, we gave him his attempt.
I've got all the trad gear I could muster from all corners of the globe. There's about 16 kilos of it, plus drawers, a lot of drawers, even your weird ball nuts, something for everyone really. Hopefully I can break the record today. Yet another. I'll be honest, it's getting a little bit tiring now, but logically I should be getting lighter as I come up, hopefully. Okay, stop taking again. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 4 off the record. Carrying up 16 kilos of gear. It gets tiring, but luckily as you come up it gets less. But you do also face the fact that you kind of placed all the gear in all the holes that you definitely need. Stick my head into the crack, and then in there, hiding in plain sight, is a bomber can. Except I can't remember what size it is. Again, with these ones, remember to pull on the plastic. Yeah, Gotta place all the tri-cams. Gotta do it. Beauty. They are fantastic. They fit where everything else won't. Anything thin enough for that? Yeah. I just broke the record on Witch's Cauldron at Frog Buttress for the most pieces placed in a 13-meter pitch. 4, 25, 26, 52. I think that doesn't count. 63, 64. 64 pieces in a 13-meter pitch. Bit ran out in sections, but maybe next time.
Hard traditional climbing has become an art as well as a long-term obsession. So here's one of our favourite groups of storytellers showing off their moves as they train for another off-the-wall adventure.
It all started when Matt and I were going to Yosemite, and we wanted to prepare by doing something
Challenging.
not hard, challenging. Seems like every time I go for the sand, things go wrong.
Oh.
And somehow I have to change that.
How you feeling, dog?
Very good, my friend.
Yeah?
I will climb in the rain. It will be terrific.
Hamish is just this massive bundle of enthusiasm.
Kept talking it up, hardcore sport climber. He was going to come an on-site impulse.
Oh, God.
Oh!
Oh, great. I brought 2 cams. Drops.
That's some good planning there, Hamish.
Some good one.
But I do just have to get on these climbs, sort out whatever there is to sort out, go through that barrier mentally and manage whatever there is. It doesn't matter that I didn't on-site it. It's given me a whole nother level of what's available in trad climbing. It's just becoming one of those performance anxiety things. I can do all the moves, link this together. There's no different.
Holy crap, that was great. Fuck, shit. Good effort, man.
I was so tired. I couldn't even think.
It's super tiring to do those moves. But I'm actually not being maxed out physically.
Oh, I knew I had to step one more time before I can undercling. I just couldn't even think straight to use those holds. Oh.
It's just that I'm losing it. As soon as I get above the small gear, I stop thinking about my feet, I start over gripping.
Don't kick your gear.
Ah!
Alright.
Alex going for the ascent of impulse. How do you feel, Alex?
Pretty scared. Pretty good.
Psyched.
Maybe because I actually built this anxiety for the climb.
You're coming, Alex. Don't give up, man. No.
Even knowing the tread, the gear that I need, the moves that I have to do. and even knowing the cruxes, I still think it's pretty hard.
Up, 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 up. Yeah, just over that. No, man. Oh, what is this doing?
What are you doing?
That's where it goes, man.
Just let me please. Oh no. Just a little domestic dispute between Alex and Matt. Alex receiving some unwanted beta.
Because it's down is perfect, just the side.
Impulse was meant to be our training climb for Astro Man in Yosemite, but Alex couldn't tick Impulse.
Alex has just got to come with the positive attitude, put all the other stuff aside and come and get it done.
Come on, get that foot up. There we go. Lean over. Forward against, there you go. Foot up. Beautiful.
Yeah, I have tried these climbs so many times by now that I just hope I can get it. And I fell in so many different places that I don't even know if I can do it.
Keep breathing.
That's the spot.
Keep breathing, keep moving.
Out to the right, man. Out to grab that center and go up to the left. That's it. Nice feet and block the tire.
Yes! Guilty! Sensational, dude! Victory back jump.
When we went to Yosemite, this was like the the kind of milestone, the landmark. You say,
Yeah.
if you can't actually climb this thing,
Yep.
you shouldn't even think about going to Yosemite. And I've done it.
Just looked good the whole way.
Feeling good.
Yeah, and you should
Pumped.
be. That was sick, dude. Absolutely sick.
So after Alex's great success on Impulse, Hamish proved himself by not only ticking Impulse, but by ticking it on one less piece of gear than the rest of us. He then, shortly after, went on to on-site this disgusting off-wit called Juggernaut, which basically just scared the crap out of the rest of us.
Big one.
Oh my god!